of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Melissa, you can call the roll, please.
Miss Egan?
Here.
Miss Fahey?
Here.
Miss Marcus?
Here.
Mr. Parati?
Here.
Mr. Rubinich?
Here.
Miss Calderon? Miss Calderon? I thought she was here.
Here.
Okay. Miss Skelton?
Here.
Mr. Stampone?
Here.
Miss Wajwitz?
Here. Okay. Notice of the February 8th, 2021 meeting of the Board of Education was emailed to the clerks of the boroughs of Essex Fells, North Caldwell, and Roseland, and to the Township of Fairfield, and to the editor of the Progress on January 7th, 2021, and the Star Ledger on the same day. I just want to take a quick moment to acknowledge and thank, on behalf of the board, Toulon Fetty and our entire Buildings and Grounds Custodial Maintenance Department. This last week and a half, they have been working, they've been working tirelessly to, with the amount of snow that we've received. It's been all hands on deck. I know even yesterday they were in all day from 7 in the morning till late at night, trying to clean up our property. It's not even at the point where it's just plowing, the property, the campus. It's trying to remove the snow. And we have a big campus. So I just want to give them a special thank you, because I know that they did such an amazing job. I saw pictures only to wake up to ice, which was really the issue on campus today. So they had done such a great job. And, they've been working a lot this winter with snow removal. And I know we're supposed to have some more snowstorms. So I just really want to acknowledge them tonight and just thank them for all their hard work. And that's all I have. I don't have anything else. Damien?
Yeah, thank you, Mary, for acknowledging our Buildings and Grounds Department. I share your thoughts. That the staff has been excellent, and we definitely are fortunate to have a group that's so hardworking as themselves. So I don't have a huge report tonight, but while we're on the topic of weather, I do want to just mention to the board and to whoever else is listening that, winter weather is definitely here. And, as I mentioned in a lot of the communication that I put out to the public with our hybrid schedule, we don't have the option, as many of our districts, to have the 2-hour delayed opening in the morning. So, without having that option, often we'll be switching to remote learning. So it's good and bad. It's good because we can still, flip to remote learning and preserve the day and still provide our kids with a day of instruction. But we do lose that 2-hour window in the morning to be able to clean up the campus and to even at times just, assess the weather further in the morning to see exactly if we're going to get the snow that's often predicted. So as I mentioned, in cases that would typically be a delayed opening, we will just switch to remote learning in those situations. And there could be quite a few of them over the next couple weeks as the forecast is very unpredictable in the days coming, with tomorrow being a potential challenge as well, with snow arriving in the morning right in the thick of when everybody is commuting into the campus. So we'll monitor that, and if any decisions are made, we'll put it out through all the methods of communication that we've been utilizing in the past couple weeks. So I appreciate and thank everybody in advance for their patience, and just know that we'll try to make decisions as early as we can. A little bit on the COVID front, I do want to just mention a couple positive things right now, at least with some data that's out there. the 7-day average for COVID cases in New Jersey today was at 3,000, and that's 27% lower than what it's been. The rate of transmission today was reported at 0.85% or 0.85, which is the lowest rate of transmission we've had since August. Within our Northeast region, as you know, I put out the COVID report every weekend, and for the first time in about 8 weeks, our Northeast region, which is Bergen, Essex, and Hudson County, the percent positivity was below 10 for the first time in 8 weeks, which takes us into the moderate range for percent positivity. So although overall we're still in the high risk category, we did for the first time in 8 weeks go down in one of the categories, as did all of the numbers in all of the categories. So hopefully, you know, that's a trend that, you know, we'll have as we move forward into March and into the end of our school year. I do have a recommendation on the agenda tonight to revise our March 24th calendar date, where we originally had a half day of PD for staff. I'm recommending that we just turn that back to a full day of instruction. Okay, so that's on the calendar, on the agenda for today. And then the last thing I just want to report out, which is positive news, is beginning at our board meeting on March 1st, we will begin with our departmental presentations, where each supervisor at every meeting will present an overview of their department. And we will start with those presentations on March 1st, and the first one will be Mr. Ashoff presenting the math and business department. And I can have a calendar that we'll publish, and we'll let everybody know which supervisor and which department is publishing at each board meeting. So those are definitely informative presentations. And that's all I have for tonight, Mary. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Damien. Do we have any comments from board members? Anyone? No. I don't think we've had any board committees, but does anyone have any reports or board committee reports they want to report? Okay, I didn't think we've had any yet. So, okay, then moving on. At this time, we will move on to public comments on agenda items. At this time, we will open up the floor in accordance with bylaw 0167, a copy of which is available on the district's website. The board is now opening the meeting for a period of public comment. Please remember to announce your name, place of residence, and group affiliation if appropriate. Your statements will be limited to 3 minutes in duration. The board will, of course, consider your comments as they relate to its obligation to effectively govern the West Essex School District. And I also just want to remind everyone that any questions regarding or concerning your individual child should be directed to the teacher or a supervisor or a building principal. And then also remember that agenda items are anything that we are voting on this evening. There will be a time at the end of the meeting that you can ask questions on any other items or make a comment on other items. Okay, so at this time, Melissa will set the timer. If anyone has any questions, please raise your hand and she will unmute you. No?
No.
No questions? Okay, great. So then we will move on to agenda items. Ray, will you take finance, please?
Sure. The following finance motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 through 6, will be voted upon in one motion, and I so move.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments? No? Okay, Melissa, you can call the roll.
Miss Egan,
Yes.
Miss Fahey,
Yes.
Miss Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Parati,
Yes.
Mr. Rubinich,
Yes.
Miss Calderon,
Yes.
Miss Skelton,
Yes.
Mr. Stampone,
Yes.
Miss Wajwitz.
Yes. Okay, Anne, will you take personnel?
Sure. The following personnel motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 through 9, will be voted upon in one motion, and I so move.
Second. Are there any questions or comments? No. Okay, Melissa, you can call the roll.
Ms. Egan,
Yes.
Ms. Fahey,
Yes.
Ms. Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Parati,
Yes.
Mr. Rubinich,
Yes.
Ms. Calderon,
Yes.
Ms. Skelton,
Yes.
Mr. Stampone,
Yes.
Ms. Wojcicki.
Yes. Okay, Jan, do you want to take curriculum, please?
Sure. The following curriculum special education motion is made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. This item, number 1, will be voted upon in one motion, and I so move.
Second.
Second.
Do we have any questions or comments? Okay, Melissa, you can call the roll.
Ms. Egan,
Yes.
Ms. Fahey,
Yes.
Ms. Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Parati,
Yes.
Mr. Rubinich,
Yes.
Yes.
Ms. Calderon. Oh, I think Ms. Calderon said yes.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Skelton,
Yes.
Mr. Stampone,
Yes.
Ms. Wojcicki.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Tony, do you want to take miscellaneous?
Following miscellaneous motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 and 2, will be voted upon in one motion, and I so move.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments? No? Okay. Then moving. Oh, did I
call the
hear?
roll?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Ms. Egan,
Yes.
Ms. Fahey,
Yes.
Ms. Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Parati,
Yes.
Mr. Rubinich,
Yes.
Ms. Calderon, Ms. Calderon. Oh, I think she's frozen.
Yes.
There you go. Okay. Ms. Skelton,
Yes.
Mr. Stampone,
Yes.
Ms. Wojcicki.
Yes. Okay, before we move on, I was going to say, I can't wait till we can go back to in person. Who's frozen? Who gets dropped? Okay, so at this time, we will open up the floor for public comments on non-agenda items. If anyone has any questions, you can raise your hand. Melissa will unmute you.
Okay, let me look. I don't have, let me just make sure. I don't see any hands.
Okay, that's wonderful then. Okay, then I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. Thanks, Jan. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Excellent. Deb, would you like to read us out, please?
There being no further business before the Board of Education, be it resolved that this public meeting be adjourned at 7:45 p.m.
Excellent. All right.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh. Good night, everyone.
Nice.
Good night, everybody.
Have a great
Good night,
night.
everybody.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.